Greetings fellow technicians, I've been tasked with telling you all about the staple guns that we use, the Maestri staple guns. Now you've probably got this one here, which isn't this one here, but as you can see they're both the same. They fire many different staples and nails. This one does staples and nails. This is the standard one which we use, but it's exactly the same as this one. But you need to take care of it, you need to do a few bits to it. Sometimes it can go wrong, and this is just a very quick video to tell you about how you can repair it and how you can stop it going wrong in the first place. Now first off, the main thing with this staple gun is to keep it lubed up occasionally, and what you have to do when you've got no staples in it is take off that bit there by pressing that down there and just giving it a bit of a squirt with a can of WD-40 or silicone into it there. So when the hammer goes up and down, it lubes inside. You don't have to put much in, and obviously once you put it in, make sure you do a few staples to stop any splatter, because you don't want any of that on people's furniture, and give it a good wipe as well. And now the main gubbins of the staple gun, down there. Before you do any work on this staple gun, make sure you've unplugged it. The most common fault with this staple gun is very occasionally you're going to get an intermittent fire. It just goes completely dead for no reason at all. And believe it or not, it's actually to do with this cable here. It bends here, it always tends to break in here somewhere, because we wrap them up like that. But just sort of the general movement of moving the staple gun, this cable here is going to eventually break. So I'm going to show you how to chop a little bit off inside there, and also show you the inside of the staple gun and show you the other faults that you can get once you've been using it for a while. To take this staple gun apart, all you need is a Phillips screwdriver, nothing else. You have on this staple gun 5 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is a machine screw here, but also you can use that as well. So what we'll do, we're going to take this apart to show you how to get inside it. All the screws are the same length, so when they go back, they're easy. This one here is a machine screw, because on the other side, it has a little nut just there. And sometimes, depending on what one you've got inside there, they have a little spacer, but the newer guns, it's molded onto the plastic. There. Release the staple spring to make sure it's up out the way, and use that to remove the plate. There. But it's also catches a bit, so you need to hold that down and gently pull that up. There. There. That is inside the staple gun. Now you will find this spring will come out. It's very important you keep hold of this spring, because it goes in here. Now we've taken off the cover, you can see more inside the gubbins of the staple gun. You've obviously got the power lead in here that is held down by here, much like a normal standard plug, and it's screwed into there. You've got the circuit board here, which is basically non-repairable. There's nothing you can do to it. You've got a switch there. Here you've got, inside here you've got the blade and the magnets and the spring as well to help the staple gun return. Now, the most common fault is this cable here. You need to chop that off about there and reattach it. It's very easy. All you need is an electrical screwdriver in there, a Phillips screwdriver there, take that off, chop a bit off and stick it back on. Very, very easy. Now it's quite important to sort of explain this, that if you find your staple gun goes once or twice intermittently, it stops working, I'm 99% sure it's this power cable that breaks up here somewhere that causes it, and it is very intermittent to start with, and it gets worse and worse and worse, because you think it's fixed and you get to another customer's house and it doesn't work at all. It's going to be this cable, so you've got to make sure that once it goes once, as soon as you can, is to chop this cable off about 6 inches and refit it on, so it's all done. Now the other faults that you would get, very occasionally the spring here will snap. You can buy repair kits for these guns. I will put the link down below there so you can see where to get them from, but basically it's very simple to take out. This also allows you to get to the blade and the other bits and pieces as well. You literally just pull it out That's it. If you get a wiggle, that will come out there. You can unplug these. Remember which way they go on. And there is the spring. Occasionally this will break. Also, you've got the blade as well, which is held in with a rolling pin just there. And like this one here, this blade is actually snapped. There we go. You can see that's snapped. So this blade does actually need replacing. Inside this part here, this is sort of like all the power that's generated for the banging, so there's nothing you can do with that. But inside here, you have a washer with a hole in it. That can break as well. And inside there, you have a little rubber bumper. And after a time, this actually compresses down and this splits as well. So when your staple gun, if you've done the cable and it's sticking downwards, the blade is stuck downwards, the chances are this is worn out, or it's the washer. Again, these come in a repair kit with the spring. They're about, at the minute, they're about £6. You can buy a blade as well, and it comes to about 15 quid. Again, the link will be down below for you. Very occasionally, the switch will break. Highly unlikely, but it will switch. Or the other thing that can happen, the wires can come off. There we go. These wires here can become unsoldered. This is a newer version. It's actually got the spade connectors on it, so the chance of the older versions, if you've got an older version, these are just soldered on and they can come off. That is basically all that is in a staple gun, and they're very easy to put back together as well. Now, going back to this switch, the switch fits inside this rocker just here and there, and the spring fits, there you can see this, in there. And to put it back together, it's the reverse. And finally, the blade protector. And that's it. So there you have it, guys. The staple gun, how easy it is to take apart, service it and replace parts if you need to. But really, I would say it again for the third time, this cable, near then, if you're getting intermittent use, it's the cable that's going to be causing the problem, okay? I do hope you enjoyed this video. Don't like it, don't subscribe to it, but I will put a link down below for my main YouTube channel because I'm a mobile disco, and do watch that, and if you can, subscribe to that one. There will also be some notes accompanying the staple gun from Russell, so you can read that as well. So until I meet you guys, take care. This is Mike out. You have on these staple guns 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.